Welcome to King's Bounty Crossworlds. I'm gonna play some of this today. Maybe one or two episodes. Maybe a little more, but I haven't committed to a playthrough just yet. I've never played King's Bounty before. And since it was on sale, I thought, well, let's give it a try. And then I bought this one. It was kind of a coin flip between either Crossworlds or I think the other one is called Legends or The Legend, which is the one before this one. But I bought this one because this one has a slightly higher user rating, I believe, and also this one has a female protagonist and the other one has a male protagonist. But I booted it up earlier and played through the intro a bit just to see if it worked. And then I found out that it quite heavily references the earlier game, so that was a bit of a pity. But I'm hoping, and I think it won't be more... Well, there's not much more to it than... I should probably read this in a moment. But I don't think it goes much further than that the protagonist of the first game, or the game before this, because there was a King's Bounty game way before this one in 1990, I believe, but this is kind of 2008 and 2009, although this one is credited 2010 because I believe this is a GOTY edition. But yeah, I don't think, maybe I don't need to know a whole lot more about the story of the one before this, other than that the protagonist of that game saved the world at some point and kind of almost transcended space and time. He became a hero of time, something like that. And I think maybe that is all you need to know. But yeah, let's read this part. Years pass, and once again the world of Andoria faces a terrible foe. The archdemon Baal has returned to avenge his double defeat. This time he is thoroughly prepared and has chosen the perfect time to strike. For the Crown's defender, Bill Gilbert, this is the protagonist of the previous game, is busy exploring new worlds. So he's kind of some interdimensional travel going on, and there is no one to defend the kingdom. The Princess Amelie, now grown into a fine young woman, is sent into the strange world known as Tiana, in search of her mentor, Bill Gilbert, the last hope to save the kingdom of Doriona. So you have 4 options to choose from here, and I think I'm gonna go with just original game. There is this one, which says it's just a massive expansion of the original game world. So maybe this is just this game with stuff bolted on, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with this for now. I'll leave the difficulty at normal since I don't have any experience with these types of games. That's another thing I kind of thought after buying this, that I actually also never played the never played much of the Heroes of Might and Magic games, which is probably kind of the what would you call it? Well, kind of the essential type of this strategy subgenre that this takes place in. But nevertheless, we committed to King's Bounty now. So we get a choice of warrior, paladin, and mage. Let's see. A warrior is first and foremost an experienced leader. The warrior's strength lies in her ability to lead a huge army and command troops effectively. From the beginning, the warrior shows enhanced combat skills and can command greater forces. The warrior is also unique in possessing the special skill Bloodthirst. Warriors are capable of developing a substantial army even during the early stages of the game, and continue to develop leadership faster than the other classes. Their skill greatly enhances the combat performance of allied troops, and their mastery of battle rage means better management of their pets. Paladin and Mage, but I think I'm gonna go with Warrior. Paladin is an intermediate class between Warrior and Mage. In battles he reinforces her troops with magic and prayers, healing the wounded and resurrecting fallen allies. The Paladin is adept in developing skills of the mind, but may also develop skills in combat and magical arts. Only the Paladin possesses the skill Resurrection. The class enables allied troops to fight more effectively against the undead and demons. Well, there is kind of a the big baddie of the game is a demon, so that's pretty handy, and allows greater control over exotic creatures and armies. It also affords faster development of the hero, whether he chooses to learn more towards either the warrior or the magician characteristics, or to remain a balanced mix between the two. The mage prefers wisdom and knowledge over brute force. They cannot command huge armies, but make up for this with greater mastery over the magical arts. Mages develop their magical capacity and skill far faster than the other classes. Mages alone can develop and refine their skill in magic to receive the extra skill Higher Magic. A variety of spells and skills allow the mage to choose from a range of tactics to engage directly in aggressive combat against the enemy army, to cast enchantment which strengthen allies to or weaken the opposing force, and to destroy the opponent's troops through punishing combat spells. But yeah, let's go with Warrior, even though as you look at her, at Amalia here, this is the mage. Let's go to Warrior. Yeah, just going to leave this as is. The emblem, I kind of like this one. Probably more in line with the Paladin than a Warrior, but this one's probably more Warrior-like. Or this one even, but yeah, I like this one. The Valiant, yeah, well, that's kind of Valiant. The normal difficulty level is good for experienced players. The enemy is strong, but sound strategic choices will lead you to victory. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Right, this is all impossible. The impossible difficulty level is recommended for those who wish to test their strength and achieve the impossible by defeating an overwhelming enemy. Right. And we're good to go.
Throughout the past decade, peace had reigned in the world of Endoria. A treaty was signed between the humans, elves, and orcs, and a union of equals, led by Mark Leonard the Wise, brought to peaceful resolution all conflicts across the land. The valiant knight, Bill Gilbert, having set Endoria on its happy course, became mentor to the young Princess Amelie, training her in the military arts, and as time passed, the princess grew into a fine young woman, and so Gilbert was called to leave the peaceful shores of Endoria in search of new worlds. But peace was always fragile. The fearsome Archdemon Ball, once banished into the abyss by our famous knight, had meanwhile been undergoing his trials at the gates of hell. As form finally regained, Ball opened a portal into the world of Endoria, and within an instant, countless hordes of demons came pouring through, destroying all that was in their path. The elves and dwarves were first to fall, having but little defense against such an overwhelming force. The loyal troops of King Mark were likewise quickly exhausted, and the battle-weary survivors withdrew to Kronberg to mount a last desperate stand at the gates of the capital. In a few short but terrible hours, catastrophe had brought Endoria to the very brink of annihilation.
In a last desperate effort, the king forces have held the capital from the storm of invading demon troops, but the king has sent a messenger to you, urgently summoning you to the castle. Go to the palace and speak with your father. Alright, so here we are. And we have some... That is us. Warrior level 1. We have bowmen, we have swordsmen, and we have bears. Right, bears. This powerful artifact was handed to you by Reaper himself, the 13th guard of the Temple of Time. The strength of ours is invaluable indeed. He cryptically intoned. Clock of Time, symbol of the Guardians, a powerful creation from another world. Bill Gilbert, the Great Liberator. An expensive painting in a fine frame, portraying a fine likeness of the hero himself, part of the royal collection of King Mark the Wise. Well, let's see, the hero window, yeah, spells, book, we have haste. And that it should be all we have, right? Yeah, we only have haste. Looks like even though we are a warrior, we still use mana. 2000 gold. Quest log, we have no quests. The map is completely blank, well obscured. Let's see, here is a battle mage. Your Highness, forgive me, but I cannot be distracted. Supporting the runes of protection requires my complete concentration. I'll leave you to it. Tregum. Emily, Your Highness. But what is going on then? It's just like it was 10 years ago when the demons flooded into Corridor from all directions. My bird fell to the ground like a stone. My life flashed before my eyes. I thought it was the end. It seems little dwarf is not in his right mind. Tregum, what are you talking about? Are you alright? I am still in one piece, thanks to our magician. I picked myself up and dusted myself off, but my airship, oh what a sight. As if it had crashed headlong into a wall. Like a wounded bird it plummeted down, straight from the heaven to earth. Ah, what a terrible crash. All I could think of was to flee. Could you take me on your dirigible or send for help? How are you feeling? I take it we can't really leave this area. Can we send for help? Your Highness, look at what lies burning beyond the city walls. Never again shall my poor beautiful airship take to the air. All that remains is a massive ball of flame. Everything else... And there was a keg of pilot's ale on board that hadn't even been uncorked. How are you feeling? Sad about the ale, I guess. No more shall I rise into the air. It's down to the fleet for me. From now on, let us concentrate on ending the war. Let us drive away the demons, and then I will write a letter to your father, begging to be made a boatswain. So much for the better. Steering wheel safely in hand. I once piloted an aircraft, and now I will content myself with sailing the seas. But I will survive, just as I always have. Well, Tregum, I'll leave you to it. Neutral troop, invincible. Can't talk to that. Iron Richard. Emily, what are you doing in this area? You should be within the castle walls, safe and sound. Your father has been seeking you high and low these past hours. I am not your mentor, but I can still spank you just as well. Though you be the princess and a grown woman, right? Iron Richard, despite being advanced in age, remains one of the best knights of Darien. No wonder your father handed him the marshal's baton. Is father looking for me? Did you not hear the herald yell out your name? Hurry to the palace before your father grows angry. How do matters stand, Richard? You respond as princess and a soldier with firm voice. Matters, they stand on shifting sands. Baal's army captures Darien, and we scarcely hold back the demons. who have trapped our main forces inside the gates of Kronberg. So far our mages have been able to keep up the defense, but they cannot hold out forever. I am afraid we may not last 2 days more, and then... Do you think we have a chance? Yes, Your Highness. The magicians will create a powerful new spell, or your true father, one of the gods in Doria, will intervene, or we will rejoice as the searcher returns from his journeys, or perhaps Baal will catch cold. You see how many miracles can save us? Unfortunately, our only hope is for miracles. Pray for us, Princess. We must withstand this onslaught at any cost. So yeah, this kind of implies a lot of backstory, thinking that maybe this was more fleshed out if I had played the other game before this. Then again, just from context, kind of easy to get what's going on. And what of our allies, the elves, the dwarves? Does no one come to our aid? We do not wish to sow panic, but you, Princess, deserve to know the whole truth. Besides a small group of dwarves, no one has managed to reach us. According to our intelligence reports, the power of the elves and dwarves is completely destroyed, and they are unable to provide us with any military assistance. Therefore, we can rely only on ourselves and wait for a miracle. It is the only thing that can save us. Speaking of my mentor, you too thought about it, Your Highness. Were Bill Gilbert here, he would have shown the accursed Baal the shortest way to the bottom of Demonia. Alas, the magicians have not yet been able to contact him. They do not even know whether he has reached the world of Teana, or if he is still en route. Knight's Temple, Father Criterion. Your Highness, you should not be here. There are many here wounded and sick, and infection spreads easily. Oh, what a great sorrow it is for us that Aaron, blessing upon his soul, has passed into the light. Let's see, can I help the wounded in any way? Can you tell me anything about the death of Aaron Demion? I will pray for the wounded. Farewell, Father. Can I help the wounded in any way? Our priests and healers are doing everything in their power, but it seems that the gods have turned their backs on us, and we can only pray. Pray, Your Majesty, pray like you never have done before, but I should warn you. You are wanted by your father. I think you'd better hurry to the palace, so as not to rouse the anger of His Majesty. Right. Can you tell me anything of the death of Aaron Demion? Only what I have heard. He was in a village near Kronberg, sanctifying the marriage of a captain's daughter, when the demons... Witnesses reported that the good rector destroyed no less than 100 demons before they overwhelmed him. Without its high priest, Aaron's temple may never regain its former strength. I will pray for the wounded. Farewell. We also have a royal chapel. Before we check it, you hear a choir of voices singing sacred texts and prayers. Right, let's visit the palace then, Kronberg. King Mark. My daughter Emily, please sit with me. I want to have a serious talk with you. Why have you called me, Father? Is there any I can do to help end the siege of our city? Yes, just outside the walls of Kronberg stands Baal's army, and we have nothing with which to oppose them. Tomorrow our magicians will lose their strength and the demons will storm the castle. Therefore I make of you 2 requests. I hope you will understand me and will not stand against the royal will. That will depend on what you ask of me. First, as a father, I must protect you. Tonight a dwarven airship arrives. I will bring you to our people in Morocco. To our knowledge, this is the only land that has not suffered from the demon invasion. Of course, there are the orcs of Morocco to contend with, but we have recently signed a peace treaty with them. With you will fly a platoon of the Royal Guard under orders to protect you. Thank you, Father, for your concern, but I do hope that Kronborg will stand. We must protect our native home, not escape from it. Worthy words. I am proud that my daughter has grown so bold and so optimistic. I hope you maintain these qualities no matter what happens in the days ahead. However, this is not open to discussion. You are the only successor to the throne and must be kept safe at all costs. As king, it is my duty to share the fate of the people, to whom I must answer. And what is your second request? Remember the clock of time, which was left to you by Bill Gilbert when he left for Tiana. Yes, of course, I have it here with me. I promise to keep it until his return, though I do not understand why he left it with me. Everything has its meaning, Amelia. This was not left to you as a simple toy. This magical clock belongs to the Guardian of Time, who is sealed in Gilbert's chest of rage. These clocks change the pace of time around you. When you feel poorly, time is accelerated that you may quickly recover, and when you are well, the time slows down so you can enjoy every second. It sounds incredible, but how is it that I have never noticed... But how is it that I never noticed before? We mere mortals are oblivious to such things, but let us now speak of another matter. My chief advisor, Archmage Chivarius, has argued that with the help of this hourglass one can make some kind of hole in space, and perhaps even stop time itself. He promises to go to Bill Gilbert and secure his assistance in overcoming the demons. I am none too knowledgeable about magical artifacts and do not understand how in a single day one could make such a... But I ask you to hand him the clock of time and prepare yourself for the voyage to Maroc. Agreed? Well, I will certainly talk to Archmage Chivarius. As for sending me to Maroc, we'll talk about that later, Father. Quest log updated. Yeah, which probably just tells us that we have to speak to Chivarius. Well, have you spoken with your father, your majesty? It surely was not by accident that the Reaper entrusted you with the clock. The guard said that he could see through time. Father asked me to give you the clock of time. Do you think we have any chance defeating Baal? How is it that Baal could make his way here with an entire army and yet take us by surprise? How could our magicians have missed the coming invasion of the demons? Yeah, how is it that Baal could get an army and take us by surprise? I wish I knew this. In fact, all the portals leading into Demonia are securely sealed. Perhaps he found a traitor amongst us. Or possibly the strength of the Lord of the Sixth House is much greater than we suppose. How could our magicians have missed the coming invasion of the demons? Probably kind of the same answer, really. If you could see the North Tower, Your Highness, you would see the ruin of what was once our magic academy. I am afraid that Master Trigius and the sorcerers were quite overwhelmed by Baal's first assault. Do you think we have any chance of defeating Baal? Yes, Your Highness, I know how to defeat Baal, but you must dare ask me no more. Quickly, speak with your father about the Clock of Time. Yeah, our father asked me to give you the Clock of Time. Yes, very good. I require the aid of its magic to return Bill Gilbert to us. He is our final hope. I have no doubt that he can help us, but how will the Clock of Time enable you to do this? I'm kind of unsure whether it's charming or silly that the hero of time is called Bill Gilbert. Anyway, Princess, you'll see it with your own eyes. I ask you to follow me, Your Highness. With these words he turns and exits the castle. Let's follow him. So we didn't really follow him, but let's see the parting words from our father, the king. Hurry, my daughter, talk to Chivarius and he will instruct you what to do next. If our plans succeed, it is possible that Darien will be saved. Right. The spacing between certain words, like here, to fill up the whole sentence before moving on to the next, is sometimes a bit annoying. Well, let's exit then. The Archdemon Baal, thirsty for revenge, stands at the gates of Kronberg. He must be stopped at any cost and peace restored to Endoria. Yeah, kinda got that. Let's speak to Chivarius. Alright, I'm ready. Give me the Clock of Time, Your Highness, and I will... Wait, can I go with you to Tiana? After all, the clock was left to me. So, in a way, is it not my right? I will not give you the clock until you explain what's going on. Let's do this first. First of all, you're the only daughter of the king and heir to the throne. In the other world, you would quickly become a burden to me. Forgive me, Your Highness, but I cannot take you with me. Yes, you are correct. I am a princess and I order you, Mage Chivarius. Do not forget what I am, the daughter of the gods. So that was also something I was wondering about, if that is kind of explained in the other game, if what she actually is. But let's say this. Do not forget what I am, the daughter of the gods. Princess, it seems that the gods have turned away from us. I will not give you the clock until you explain to me what's going on and what you are doing. Well, Princess, I can only tell you what I understand. You probably know that before Bill Gilbert left on his latest quest, I spoke with the Guardian of Time. From his famous hang on. Left on his latest quest? Yeah, I spoke with the Guardian of Time from his famous chest. Right, because the Guardian of Time lives in the chest, or the chest is some kind of portal to speak through. Anyway, the Guardian explained to me the substance of time. These hourglasses are the souls of the Guardians. Without these receptacles, the Guardian is nothing but an amorphous substance, incapable of existence in our world. When one of the hourglasses overflows, the souls of that Guardian is reborn. Do you understand? Not really, but yes, I think I understand. Please continue. So if you break an hourglass, the sand will cascade into our world, bringing with it a cataclysm. A hole will be torn into time and space, a hole which links our world with the world of the Guardians of Time. The Guardian of Time. I intend to pass through this hole and travel to the other world, which must be where Bill Gilbert is currently. I will find him and return him to our world. And if you do not have enough time to get back. But that is the key, you see. The Guardian is eternal, his soul timeless. When the sand is cast into our world, the whole of Darien will also stand outside of time. There will be an inverse whirlpool effect which freezes time in Endoria, using a magic so strong that its power is beyond that of the wildest dreams of any archmage. But the one who breaks the clock receives a brief reprieve from the effects of the whirlpool on space and time. I will have enough time to search. That is all. Now give me the clock. Alright. What are we waiting for? Let's try. Let us alter space and time. That is, throw the clock of time on the ground. Well, it's our only option, so let's do that. What are you doing, Princess? I can read the spell, but I cannot use the portal if you... The mage is caught by surprise. The clock hits the ground and disappears. Only to reappear above the mage's head. Chivarius raises his staff, trying to catch the artifact, but he is too late. A strong force pierces the space all around you, and the tips of your fingers sting, as if the threads of a marionette puppet had suddenly been pulled from them. Only in this case, it is time itself being wrenched away. Right. Do not worry, Archmage. I will go for Bill Gilbert. Read the spell until time stops. There it goes. Doom etched on his face. Chivarius shakes his head and plants his staff firmly on the ground. With each second his movement slows, but yet he stands his ground. A beam of light suddenly flares out from his staff. On the spot where minutes earlier a fountain flowed, a black hole now forms, wrenching open a magic portal. Everything changes. Time collapses into a single moment, trapping everything in a cycle that repeats again and again. Everything that is but you. The wizard stands still, only his lips move feverishly, repeating the words that complete the incantation over and over again. Leave him alone. So I take it the good dwarf Tregum stares forward with glassy eyes. Every minute he raises a flask to his mouth and takes a sip. You look into the flask. Even after 10 gulps, its contents do not appear to have diminished by a single drop. Right, so they are stuck in a time loop. Iron Richard, the head of the Knight's Order and leader of the army of Daryon, is standing perfectly still, but every minute he falters and shifts balance from one foot to the other, and corrects his sliding helmet. His eyes are locked on a single point, and his breathing is so slow that it is almost imperceptible. Time for him, and for all of Daryon, cycles through the same moment again and again. Well, let's head through the gate then. Do you really want to enter the portal leading to another world? Well, we surely intend to. Well, that's more pleasant scenery. Another world, very nearly the same as your own. So this is the place the portal has sent you. It seems that you are in a square of a quiet, sleepy town. The square is quite deserted and all is serene. The silence suddenly shattered by a loud pop, the sound of the portal closing after you. You'll need to figure out where you are and see if you can find help. The castle of King Frederick. Well, I take it we'll have to go there. Stop, who goes there? None may pass here. I am under orders not to let anyone through, nor release anyone until the spy is caught. The gate is shut. Yeah, nowhere to go but the castle. King Frederick. Welcome, stranger. It was reported to me that you came out of nowhere, right into our main square of my castle. Who are you, and what kind of person is able to enter my castle without passing the guard? Were you sent by Dominion to assassinate me, the true king of Verona, Frederick II? Your Majesty, I am Princess Amelie, and I have just arrived here from the world of Andoria. I urgently need to find the knight by the name of Bill Gilbert. What? You come from another world? Andoria? Interesting. Yes, I think I have heard that name. Interesting. A knight you say you are looking for. What do you mean that you are princess by blood, and the name of your father, your highness? My father's name is Mark Leonard, the king of Daryon, the kingdom of humans in our world. However, it is said I am not his natural daughter. Legend has it that the gods sent me to the king in answer to his prayers. Well, she's not secretive about that. The gods send you, the daughter of the gods from another world? I wonder. As the angel told the truth, this is incredible. We have to confirm this by the gods. Where is that box? The king jumps from the throne, scurries away and returns shortly, having retrieved a small chest, which he then opens carefully. Inside there lays a wonderful stone of heavenly colors. Princess, do you know what this is? No, but its color and shape are most pleasing. How barbaric. The shape and color to the stone is of no matter. This is a stone of courage. One of the 8 stones of Tiana, keys to divine power. If you are the one foretold by the prophecy of the angel, then you must awaken this stone. Come, lay your hand upon it, child. If you speak the truth, it will come to life and give you its strength. However, if you have lied, then you will simply turn to stone and join the ranks of these unfortunate impostors who have come before you. The king turns and makes a sweeping gesture indicating the numerous statues, male and female alike, which currently decorate the throne room. Well, that's something. I'm not going to touch that stone. I am not clear what exactly is at stake here. What is this prophecy of the angel? All I say is pure truth, and touch this stone. Let's ask first what this is all about. We can discuss the rest later, but for now, touch the stone. Were you telling me the truth about your divine origin, or was it a lie? The young king is clearly quite nervous. Apparently this is a very important issue for him. I have no need to lie, your majesty. I came here from another world and I really am the daughter of the gods. Touch the stone. Well. As soon as you place your hand on the stone, it lights up with a ghostly glow, before suddenly shattering into a million shining sparks. The sparks flare up, then slowly die down. As they fade, you feel an illuminating power and clarity of thought shining from within. The incredible stone has accepted you. It has made you the keeper. Its keeper. The prophecy of the angel has come true. The stone's keeper. I do not understand what just happened, and to where did the stone disappear? After you have collected all 8 of the stones of Tiana, you will be as the gods, capable of stopping the chaos and ready to fulfill the words of the scripture. But fear not, I, King Frederick II, will aid you in this quest. I will tell you where the remaining 7 stones are kept, and will help you obtain them. By the gods, this is a great day. The years of waiting are finally behind us. First, I wish to present you with a royal gift. I am sure he will love you, and you will become best of friends. Friends with your gift. What does this mean? You're making me dizzy with all this. Speak with Captain Bogart, chief of my guards, and he will explain everything to you. I hope you like surprises. I do not fully understand what to do, but I am sure that in your quest my gift will be of great help to you. You will see. Also, I will give you a list of detailing where and from whom you can collect the other stones of Tiana. The stone of courage you already have, and the stone hope you can find here on the Beer. Read through the list, feel free to ask any questions you might have. I decree that you are to be given free access to my lands, and may pass wherever you please under my protection and without delay. Right, catch your breath from all this exposition. Stone of the Gods. With this stone, the gods of a strange world acknowledge you and imbue you with a portion of their strength. Leadership +20. Quest log updated. You have not yet talked to the Chief of the Guard Bogart. He will convey my gift to you and assist you in outfitting your vessel. Once you are prepared for travel, I shall answer any further questions you may have. Very well. So we can actually zoom in quite far, and we can zoom out quite far. Let's kind of keep it in the middle somewhere. Halt, who goes there? Speak your name. Her Royal Highness the Princess of Darian and Endoria. Excuse me, I did not mean to disturb you. Well, we were asked to disturb him, so... You can save your fairy tales about how you're a princess for some other fool. Before you stands the chief of the royal guard. Now you weren't here a moment ago, so speak up. Who are you? That's my chief concern. For all I know, you might pose a danger. Now speak your name. My name is Amelie. King Frederick sent me to you to receive my gift, and so you might show me my ship. Princess Amelie, I apologize my tactlessness. The royal gift, a pet dragon, awaits you. A pet dragon? It cannot be. By royal decree, you are to receive a dragon, no less. Let me open the gate to you. Now go to the farm and speak with Martha. She will explain everything you need to know. Pick your dragon and return to me for further instructions. Alright, Captain, I'll be back. Can we reach this? +12 leadership. So that stone that we got gave us +20, and the stone seems to be quite something. Oh, there's gold here. But then that barrack also gave us 12, so... So yeah, there's something here, and I actually... Oh, we can turn the camera around. Didn't know that. I think we can dig. There we go. You have found some gold. Let's keep the camera just about where it was. Martha. Well, your name is Amelie, isn't it? Well, my goodness, don't you look every inch as a true princess? I think you'll enjoy this royal gift. Just you take a look at these wee dragon cups. You can pick any of them, and whichever one you choose will grow to become your staunch friend, and will protect you in times of danger. Go on, take your time. Is there one in particular that strikes your fancy? Let's see. The blue one, blue, +1 initiative to animals and dragons, has the mana accelerator ability. The red one, +5 rage, mana accelerator ability. The violet one, +1 attack, ball of lightning. Green one, intelligence, treasure searcher ability. Bronze one, +1 defense, stonewall ability. Yellow one, +2 critical hit and mystic egg ability. Pink dragon, +5 mana, ball of lightning. Let's let's take the bronze one. Defense and the stonewall ability, I think. Though then again, oh, here they are. So this is what the bronze one looks like. Well, let's take the bronze one. Good choice. Care for him and he will always answer your call and protect you too. Some thieves climbed into the farm a while back and we only learned about it a month later. When we discovered the remains of some molten armor, you can think up a name for him. I just know them by the color of their scales. It makes it easier for me. And that way I don't get too attached. Okay, I'll take good care of him. Pet dragon. Now you have your own pet dragon. For the moment it's quite small, but a few short centuries from now this cute little thing will grow into a very fierce dragon. You can see your new pet in the bottom left corner of the character display. His current level and experience is shown just above him. Click in on the image of the dragon. You can open a window and look at his skills. All these skills can be used in combat, provided you have enough combat rage accumulated to call upon your pet. Name of your dragon, Draco. Sure, he is called Draco. So where is he actually? Dig for treasure, hero. There he is, Draco. Crushing blow, stonewall. Look at him. Ah, right. So I'm guessing that is how the skills work. You need certain runes for certain abilities, and based on your class you'll get more runes of certain types. At least that's what I think will happen. Bogart. So what do you think of your new dragon? Are you pleased with him? Now what that truly is a right royal gift, don't you agree? Well, I too have been busy. Your ship is equipped and awaits you at the dock. True, the boatswain has run off. I don't quite know what to make of that. I'm afraid it will be necessary for you to find your own navigational charts. But in my official capacity, I must ask if you wish to be trained in our guild of warriors. Training in combat, yes, I think I should learn about that. Well, yeah, we do. Well, I do. Well, we welcome all manner of warriors who wish to enter the Warriors Guild, and we are happy to help you to offer you the same type of training. Our basic training includes a crash course in the foundation of magic, learning how to select equipment, handle weaponry, and finally how to command an army. Yes, I think these would be very useful skills to learn. Okay, I have arranged everything with the guild instructor, of course. Your name is not on the list, but I'll squeeze you in for a quick training session. Now let's enter the guild and travel down into the dungeon, where we train all our new recruits. Master Turner will explain everything to you. Let's follow Bogart. Quest log. Take a look at your quest log. This log records all the quests you have taken on and keeps track of your progress on each quest. If any objective or quest is no longer active, they are removed from the log. Whenever there is a change in the status of a quest, you will be informed that your quest log has been updated. Right. Oh, we're actually not on the horse anymore. We have quite... Ah. A lot of camera control. So here is Master Turner. Can we actually... Yeah, let's save. There we go. I greet you, young warrior. My name is Turner and I am one of the masters of the guilds. Master of the guild. Now I and my comrades will teach you a little basic common sense. We will show you which end of the sword you should be held in your hand and which end should be thrust at the enemy. If only you were a shepherd or a lumberjack, it would be easier. They have some basic experience with pitchforks and axes, but I am not sure how to set about teaching you. Now let's not be too uppity about this. Let's just say, do not worry, I'm a fast learner. That's nice. Anyway, first you will need a sword and a shield. So this will be your first lesson. Find the equipment hidden somewhere in this room. You look around and I will see how good you are with a spade. Begin the search. Treasure hunting. A shield and sword are buried in this room. To find hidden treasure, look for a special glow with light which lights up when you are near buried treasure. If you see a column of light, then you know that the treasure is buried nearby. To dig, click on the image of the shovel in the minimap or press the D key. Searching for treasure is an important part of the game. Be alert. Treasures may be hidden in the most unexpected of places. Right. Outfitting your character. Now you have found a shield. Open the hero screen and click on a picture of the shield in the inventory panel. The cursor becomes a shield and one of the boxes surrounding the character is illuminated, which means the selected item of equipment can go in this slot. Place the shield in the slot indicated. Equipping a shield will raise the defense of your hero. Bonuses are given only by objects currently being worn by the character. Right, pretty regular stuff. Oh, there it goes. It does not show up on our character, sadly. And this must be the sword then. Training sword. There is a sword in your inventory. Click the portrait of the hero on the toolbar to open the hero's information screen. Under the figure of the hero is her inventory, which shows all her belongings. Equipment can be worn by placing it on the in the slots surrounding the hero's portrait. Right. Yeah. Let's see. The info box brings up a description of the item. Destroys the objects and turns it into magic crystals. The opportunity to sell the items only appears when you are in a castle. Alright, so this sword was actually just for show. We weren't really... that is just a character model. Well, fine, you found them. Well done. You behave as if you've actually managed to learn something. All the better. Master Rufus is already waiting for you in the next room, where you will receive instruction in the martial arts. And remember, do not forget to equip yourself with the sword and shield before battle. Alright. Certain items can improve the characteristics of the hero or her troops. The hero's attributes are displayed on the left side of a character screen. Hover over a characteristic to read its description. Particular attention should be paid to the leadership attribute. This one determines the size of your army. Your shield and sword will raise your attack and protect the soldiers in your army. Well chosen equipment can be the key to victory. You can actually hold and walk. Master Rufus. So we have an unusual student in our midst today. I see. Well, in our guild all are equal. Men and women, large and small, beautiful elves and stinky orcs. Alright, in order to defeat your enemies you will require a troop of loyal soldiers. Yes, you heard me correctly. I hope you are not planning to leap on an enemy army all by yourself. Look, There in the far corner over there beside the table, I think those guys might be interested in joining you. Walk towards that friendly unit. Why? Judging by how bored they look, these fighters would be more than happy to join you. Take them into your army and then you can move to the next phase of training. Master Card is already waiting for you. Alright, I'll do it. To hire a new troop or allow new troops to join you, you will need some free space in your army. To make room, you can send a troop into your reserves. Simply by selecting the troop, then selecting a free reserve slot. The squad is then moved into reserve. Troops in reserve do not engage in battle. Your reserves and your free reserve slots are displayed in the panel to the right of your army. When a new troops joining your army are of the same type as those already in your ranks, the new warriors are simply added to them. You can also divide your troops. Simply select a troop and click the illuminated arrow below any available slots. This calls up a window for dividing your troops. Get ready to receive new troops in your army. Alright. These are our reserves. Allied troops. Some characters you will meet will be hostile, but some are friendly. Friends and allies on the minimap are indicated by a green marker. Right-clicking on a friendly unit will bring up a tip that indicates this is a friendly squad. This is a sign that they want to join you. Friendly troop ready to join you. Magic crystals. Alright. The troop wished to join you. 5 paladins. You are joined by a new troop. Right. Dismissing troops. You can dismiss soldiers from your army, either the whole troop or just part of it. To do this, double click on the unit's portrait to bring up their information box. In the lower left corner is the button for dismissing the troop. Click on it and you'll be able to get rid of any soldiers you don't need. Right. Yeah, we can dismiss them. Level 4. Bowman. So yeah, our paladins probably. Can we move them actually? There we go. Bowman's in the back. That makes more sense, I suppose. Training. Alright. Collect all 8 stones of the gods and call upon the deities of Tiana. So I'm guessing we'll not be finding Bill Gilbert anytime soon, and these stones must be collected to basically do the job for him. Some gold. MasterCard. Attention! My name is Orson Card, and it is my job to teach you how to command an army. Actually, you will find it quite easy if you follow just one simple rule. Defeat the enemy at all cost. Rule number 2, try to keep losses at a minimum. Okay, at Eastman. You said command an army? Yes, I did. Do I need to repeat myself, you horrible little mercenary? Does it look like we're at the mercenary guild right now? No. A single warrior has a snowball in hell's chance of gaining victory over an entire army. It takes a well-regulated army following the guidance of their skillful commander. Attention! What have we here? A gang of robbers entering my hall without due authorization? Likely escapees from the guild prison. The shoddy lot. Let's see how well you can handle them. Handle the situation. Attack. Piece of cake. Enemy detachment. A troop of enemy thieves has entered the room. Hover the mouse over the enemy to display his strength. Right click on the enemy will give you some information about the enemy's makeup and size. The amount of detail given in this information depends on your skill in scouting. On the minimap, enemy units are marked with a red symbol when you near hostile units. They may try to attack you or run away if your army is stronger. Attack the troop of thieves. Pausing the game. The enemy has caught sight of you, indicating by the exclamation mark symbol above their head. Don't worry, your squad is stronger. You can always pause the game by using the spacebar. Pausing the game also stops enemies in their tracks. During this time you will be able to consider the force of your enemy and reorganize your army and equipment however you see fit. So, pause the game. So yeah, we can't see them because we probably don't have the scouting ability. But we should probably just attack them. There we go. Battles take place in special arenas in turn-based mode. You take turns with the enemy's forces, fighting to overcome the enemy troops. To move, simply specify the empty space you wish to move, or select an enemy space to attack. An enemy squad. The number under the troops shows you the number of soldiers that make up that troop. The order of moves is determined by the initiatives of the troops. The higher the initiative, the earlier the troop gets to move. The troop's speed determines its number of action points, AP. Pressing Alt displays the move order and the health of each troop. Hover the mouse over an enemy unit in this mode and you will see the troop's movement and attack radius. Right. I take it we can just attack from here, right, with the moments. Let's move you out here. Sure. Alright, we can only move, we cannot attack. Rounds and action points. All units begin a new round at the same time. During each round, every troop spends their action points, which are restored at the beginning of the next round. The troop can take a step with a cost of 1 AP per cell traversed. Wait until the other units move, back away or strike at the enemy, provided the troops have sufficient AP to make the move. Attacking, defending and the use of special abilities do as a rule expend all the troops' AP, except for a few certain skills. At the bottom of the screen appear buttons for the actions available to the current squad, besides the button for calling up your pet dragon and casting spells from your book of magic. Alright. Alright, our bear is hurt pretty bad, it seems. Let's take those down. What do we have? Ice arrow. Flaming arrow. Let's use that. Let's have you move out there. Let's have you attack this one. Attack this one. Let's just attack. Um, Victory! Fight ended on round 4. You have received 10 experience. We lost 1 bear and 1 swordsman. Alright. The winner of a battle receives experience and trophies from the defeated enemy and counts her losses. For each enemy killed, you receive golden experience. The stronger the defeated enemy, the greater the experience. Do not forget to replenish your losses, but take comfort from the fact that enemies once destroyed do not reappear. Chasing enemies from a region makes it safe for good. Among the ashes you discover a heavy purse. You certainly appreciate this tradition of burying the deceased along with parts of his property to ensure their continued prosperity in the next world. Any more stuff like that? No. Right, let's have a chat with MasterCard here. Not bad, I must admit. I hope you understand that well-trained mercenaries are rare and their services are expensive, so learn to value the lives of your soldiers. This will be a useful lesson for the future. Very well. Next up, mastering the basics of magic. But before you move on, take your ease, soldier. Catch your breath. The art of magic, as you will find, requires a calm mind and a cool concentration. You, on the other hand, have just finished battle. Do you feel the rage pounding at your temples and coursing through your blood? This is the mark of a true warrior. Rage is your friend on the battlefield. It helps you and your soldiers fight till the bitter end. Thank you for your lesson, Guildmaster. Rage and mana. Note the 2 areas on the left pane. Rage and mana. Right. Your rage rises when troops on the battlefield exchange blows and die. You must expend your rage when making use of your pet dragon skills in battle. When you are traveling across the map outside of battle, your rage gradually decreases over time. Mana, by contrast, increases when you are outside of the battlefield and you are able to relax. This is your magical energy, which you expend when casting spells during battle. Right. I think this is a good point to end our first episode. I'll play this a little bit further to get out of the kind of the tutorial, maybe find a good point to kind of finish a kind of an introductory look at this game. Yeah, I am kind of thinking that if I would commit to a playthrough of, well, a King's Bounty game, then seeing as how much the first game has been mentioned and how certain what would you say, kind of certain things in the world, you know, how stuff works and all, how that's kind of just Kind of feels like the game expects you to know how certain things work, which is kind of a shame that that we don't, or I don't. So yeah, maybe if I were to actually sit down and go as far as playing through an entire game, or at least committing to trying to play through an entire game, I might have to lean towards the other one. But for now, I'll continue this one just for a bit. But I'll end the first episode here. So thanks for watching.